Good morning to everyone in the US. Good evening to everybody in India. Hari Om. We're very excited today to invite you all to the
Yeah,
Pravachana
welcome, sir.
Malika talk
Please come
number
join
32.
your program.
Today, we're pleased to invite Dr. Kailash, who's a music teacher and healthcare IT analyst. And he's going to talk about the Vageyakara Shyama Sastry, his life and contribution to the world of Carnatic music. So we'll begin the program with Veda Kusumanjali by Dr. Charan J.S. Maniktala. So, Charan sir, please.
Thank you. Om Bhadram Karણેભિ Shrunuyam Devaha Bhadram Pashyema Shabhirayajatra Sthirairangayastushtabhagam Sansatanubhi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashvavaha Swasti naha Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarkshayo Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhasapatir Dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Agnenaya Supataraye Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasma Juhurana Meheno Bhuvishtam Te Namoktim Vidhema Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vaka Prana Chakshu Shrotramatho Balamindryani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahmopanishadam Mayam Brahma Nirakurayam Mama Brahma Nirakaroda Nirakaranamasta Nirakaranam Maye Astu Tadatmani Nirate Ya Upanishata Sudharamaste Te Maye Santu Te Maye Santu Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
Thank you very much. Now we'll have the Sangeetanjali by Master Chiranjeevi Mahesh Duri. Mahesh.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Mahesh. I'll be singing Karuna Jodu Ninnu, set to Sri Ragam, composed by Shyama Sastry. Karuna Jodu Ninnu Nammina Padukada Karuna Jodu Ninnu Nammina Padukada Inta Parakela Namma Karuna Jodu Ninnu Nammina Padukada Inta Parakela Namma Karuna Jodu Ninnu Nammina Padukada ఇంత పరాకేలనమ్మ కరుణ చూడు నిన్ను నమ్మిన వాడు కదా. సరసిజాసన మాధవ శంభునుత సరసిజాసన మాధవ శంభునుత చరణ బృహనాయకి వేకమే సరసిజాసన మాధవ శంభునుత చరణ బృహనాయకి వేగమే కరుణ జోడు నిన్ను నమ్మిన పాటు కదా. ఇంత పరాకేలనమ్మ కరుణ జోడు నిన్ను నమ్మిన పాటు కదా. శ్యామ కృష్ణ పరిపాలిని శూలిని శ్యామ కృష్ణ పరిపాలిని శూలిని శ్యామ కృష్ణ పరిపాలిని శూలిని సామ జగమన కుందరతన శ్యామ కృష్ణ పరిపాలిని శూలిని సామ జగమన కుందరతన తామసం బిడుల సేయకన పరితాపములను పరిహరించి తామసం బిడుల సేయకన పరితాపములను పరిహరించి కరుణ జోడు నిన్ను నమ్మిన వాడు కదా. ఇంత పరాకేలనమ్మ కరుణ జోడు నిన్ను నమ్మిన వాడు కదా.
Very, very nice, Mahesh. Thank you so much. Excellent. So now I request my father to
ఎదుగురి పాట వేయినాను.
no introduce say I'll put Edugiri part.
Okay.
Please
So-
introduce the topic and the speaker.
Okay. So today we have got important first Vageyakara Trinity, Trimurtis. He is called Shyama Sastry. It is original name of Shyama Sastry was Venkata Subramaniam, but because of his many more famous things, he has been named as Shyama Sastry. And he has made also the mudra in his compositions as Shyama Krishna. Mudra is there. And actually, he has not got a large number of students. But later on, we have a number of disciples for Shyama Sastry. He was born in Guruvaruru, Tanjavur, nearby Tanjavur, and he learnt his music from Guru Adi Ayyappan, a Tanjavur Maharaja's Asthana. He was there, and he lived in for about 65, 66 years, but became very famous. And as you have observed, the kirtanas are very tough to learn and also very tough to sing also. But as you observe, they are all very slow. Slow means bhakti will flow in the kirtanas of Shyama Sastry. And I am introduced to this Shyama Sastry, Tyagaraja and Muthuswami Dikshita and other Vageyakaras only because of my wife, Dr. Sita Ram Lakshmi, who is a musician. Otherwise, that music culture won't be there much in our house. So even children also have picked up, and they are also good at their own, in their own way, in the music field also, besides their things. So the Shyama Sastry and Bangar Kamakshi influence is there. Ashirvada is there on all of us. And he has written over 300 compositions. Actually, our keynote speaker today, Kailas Hemachandra, he is really enjoying the double-edged blade experience. That means he's good in music at the same time in science field and IT professional. So it's really a great combination, spiritual and materialistic, and that you can find in Kailas. And he has already presented a wonderful presentation on Muthuswami Dikshitar, who is also very great bhakta of Devi, and he's a Sri Vidyopasaka as well as this Shyama Sastry. And so he has that Muthuswami Dikshitar has been Navavarna Kirtas, Navagraha Kirtanas, and a large number of compositions. And even today, as he was singing, Devi was appearing before him as he wanted. And similarly, even Kamakshi also, just now we heard a beautiful song on Bangar Kamakshi, which our Mahesh, my grandson, sang, Karuna Chudu Ninnu Namminanamma. Please show compassion on me. I have trusted you. There is no way that you can accept me in our own grace. So the compositions are highly directly appealing to the conscience or to the Devi that we are going to have. And we are going to have just now another important composition by Shyama Sastry, by another music student of Dr. Sitaram Lakshmi, and who is independently also a great Veena player and Sangeeta Vidushi, namely Yadugiri. And when I visited India, I just casually requested her to send one video, one song on Shyama Sastry. And actually, I was so much impressed. He was singing so nice. And it so happened that our Anjaneya Prasad, who is now the monitor of the whole, so he accompanied her over flute and music. That was wonderful combination. And so that inspired me to request her, how not? And even her Guru, Sitaram Lakshmi, also asked, make Yadugiri to sing for us. So this I request Srimati Yadugiri also to present a Kirtana of Shyama Sastry as a part of prayer, and we'll continue with next with our Kailas.
Kanakashayla Viharini Amba Kanakashayla Viharini Amba Kanakashayla Viharini Amba Kanakashayla Viharini Amba Kamakoti Bale Sushile Kamakoti Bale Sushile Kamakoti Bale Vanaja Bhava Harinute Devi Vanaja Bhava Harinute Devi Himagirije Lalite Satato Amba Vanaja Bhava Harinute Devi Himagirije Lalite Satato विनतं मां परिपालय शङ्करवनिते सति महात्रिपुरसुन्दरि विनतं मां परिपालय शङ्करवनिते सति महात्रिपुरसुन्दरि अम्ब कनक शैल विहारिणी अम्ब कामकोटि बाले ये श्यामलाम्बिके भवाब्दितरणे श्यामकृष्ण परिपालिनि जननी श्यामलाम्बिके भवाब्दितरणे श्यामकृष्ण परिपालिनि जननी कामितार्थ फलदायकि कामाक्षि सकल लोक साक्षि कामितार्थ फलदायकि कामाक्षि सकल लोक साक्षि अम्ब कनक शैल विहारिणी अम्ब कामकोटि बाले सुशीले कामकोटि बाले
Beautiful. Thank you very much. So we observed that Shyama Sastri's compositions are enjoyable because of the slow movement, and it's hard also. And his compositions are mostly in Sanskrit, Telugu, and Tamil. These are the three languages. And he is one who has introduced the Varnam, Swarajatis, and all that, and useful for the dance also. So with these words, I will request our Kailash, the musician, the music teacher, the IT official, and well, his father and mother are doctors, and he has got a good tradition of the music. Now Kailash.
Namaskara. Are you able to hear me?
It's a little bit faint. It is a little bit faint. Are you able to do something to increase the volume on your side?
Yeah, 1 second.
Actually, the Carnatic music came into our academic curriculum also because of these three composers. And moreover, Tyagaraja is also very great, and he has also contributed more than 600 kirtanas to the world of music, to the enjoyment of all people. And even Muthuswami Dikshithar, all these kirtanas are immortal. We are trying to
Hello,
cover. Yeah, please.
Are you all able to hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it is little bit still faint.
Namaskara.
Kailash, sorry. Are you aware? Is the mic on?
Yeah, the mic is connected, and it's connected through the amplifier, and there's an internal mic in the camera. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Can you check
it
the
will.
source once more?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, it is the same. Yeah, you can continue, I guess. It's a
Still
little
the
bit
same.
faint.
Let me check the settings on Zoom. Yeah, so the microphone input is selected to maximum. Um,
Yeah, you continue, it will just go on.
so, okay. Okay. So I'd like to thank Dr. C.L. Prabhakar sir for this opportunity to delve into the compositions of Sri Shyama Sastry. This has been a great learning experience, and it's a great fortune to talk about Sri Shyama Sastry. So first of all, I will start out um, offering my salutations to the Divine Mother, Goddess Kamakshi, as well as the composer Sri Shyama Sastry. And I will present a picture of the composer. So the picture that you can see on my right, this is, it's kind of from a distance, but this is the picture that exists at his residence. But I will show you an original picture of Sri Shyama Sastry, and I will narrate the background. So this picture is it contains a portion of an actual painting of Sri Shyama Sastry. So the story is that a few days after his wife's passing, he knew through the knowledge of astrology that that it was the last day of his life, and that prompted him to send for a friend of his that was a good painter, and he asked him to draw a portrait of himself. The friend agreed and started painting, and after he drew Shyama Shastri's face, he decided to complete the portrait another day, not knowing that Sri Shyama Sastry would pass away that same day. And so the rest of the portrait had to be done from memory. And this is the painting that you see, actually the portion with the face that was done originally and then pasted into this other portion. And it has worn over the centuries, but this is an original painting of the composer. So I'll start out the presentation with a background, the life story of Sri Shyama Sastry. So Sri Shyama Sastry was born to Vishwanath Iyer and Vengalakshmi in a Tamil Brahmin family in Tiruvarur, 1762. Venkata Subramanya, and as he was known popularly as Sri Shyama Sastry, was the eldest of the Carnatic Trinity, which includes Muthuswami Dikshitar and Tyagaraja. He came from a family of priests, worshippers of the goddess Kamakshi, Following the political turmoil and fearing threat of destruction of temples and idols, the Shyama Shastri's ancestors traveled along with the Kamakshi idol from place to place until they finally settled in Tiruvarur. And Shyama Shastri was born in the month of Chaitra on Kritika Nakshatra in 1763, as predicted by one of the holy men. He was born in a family of scholars and priests and received education in Sanskrit and Telugu. At a young age, he showed great musical ability. Noticing this, his mother requested her brother to initiate him into music. And so he got some basic training in music that way. And one evening he sang some songs on Kamakshi, and he was well appreciated with a shawl by the listeners. And when he told about this to his family, his uncle kind of got angry and tore up all his music scripts. And then the parents silently observed this, and they still were encouraging him. And there was a chance encounter with a sannyasi, Sangeeta Swami, who was a musical exponent from Kashi, who was passing through Tanjavur, and that breathed a new life into Shyama Shastri's music education. Sangeeta Swami stayed at Tanjavur for a brief period of 4 months, and during this period he taught Shyama Shastri the intricate details of raga, tala and swaraprastaras. He was impressed by Shyama Shastri's melodious voice, keen intellect and grasping power. He also directed Shyama Shastri to get acquainted with the court musician Pachamiriam Adhyayana. If you all have heard the Attatala Varna Viriboni in Bhairavi, this has been composed by Adhyayana, one of his most famous compositions. So Sri Shyama Shastri acquainted himself with Adhyayana, and the influence of Adhyayana can be seen in particularly one can see in the Swarajati Kamakshi in Bhairavi, which Shyama Shastri has composed. Above all, Shyama Shastri was a devotee of the goddess Kamakshi, and it is the devotion, the crying out of a child to its mother, that is the permanent mood of his compositions. Whereas Tyagaraja, among the Trinity, Tyagaraja, he has a wide range of expression of the way that he interacts with Rama, whether it's praising, getting angry at Rama, etc. Shyama Shastri is always is like that, the child crying out to his mother, and with that tenderness. So this comes across in his compositions. So he was a priest at the temple of goddess Bengaluru Kamakshi. He was not interested in worldly pursuits. During that time, the kings had a lot of influence, but he would not be swayed to perform in the king's court or to seek any favors from the king. Over his lifetime, Sri Shyama Sastry composed approximately, it said, 300 compositions, of which about 70 have come down to us. Compared to the other composers of the Trinity, for example, Tyagaraja and Dikshidhar, this is comparatively less compositions. Yet, when we look at even a single composition of his, they carry a tremendous amount of weight in the way that the ragas are explored in a deep manner, and the subtleties of laya are shining in his compositions, and a certain maturity which, even though we have only received 70 of his compositions, just through those we are able to get a glimpse of the genius that he was. He mainly composed on the goddess Kamakshi, but he has also done a set of group compositions praising the goddess Meenakshi in Madurai. And Sri Shyama Sastry was a contemporary of Tyagaraja and Muthuswami Dikshidhar. Tyagaraja and Shyama Sastry would often have long discussions about music. And it is interesting that Shyama Shastri's son Subbaraya Shastri would learn from Tyagaraja. Sri Shyama Sastry had assigned his compositions as has the signature Shyama Krishna. So Shyama Sastry, as was mentioned earlier, he did not have much of a Shishya Parampara, and that could be part of the reason why many of his compositions did not come to the limelight. He passed away at the age of 65 in 1827. So the first composition that I will present is Himadri Sute Pahimam. This is in the Raga Kalyani. Sri Shyama Sastry composed many compositions in Kalyani. And this composition, Himadri Sute, has a almost identical mood, pace and structure to another composition, which is Birana Varalichi in Kalyani. So I'll turn on the tambura. So typically, Himadri Sute is sung in Rupakatala, skipping the first beat, whereas Biranavara is sung in Aditala in Tishranade, where each beat has three aksharas incorporated. So Himadri Sute is, so in Rupaka 1, 2, 3. Himadri Sute Pahimam. So that is Himadri Sute, starting on the second beat in Rupakatala. Biranavara is in Aditala, Tishranade. So it is Aditala with Takita, 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 like that. Biranavara Nichi Bromuni Nuneranam Niti Birana. So that is the way. So interesting conception. He must have composed these at different times, but we can see the similarity in the structure. As always, this composition, he is calling out to the Divine Mother to protect him. Madri sute paima, Madri sute paima, Varade paradevate, 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 Madri sute paima. Sumeru Madhyavasini, Amba Sumeru Madhyavasini, Amba Sumeru Madhyavasini, Amba Sumeru Madhyavasini, Amba Sumeru Madhyavasini, Srikamakshi Sumeru Madhyavasini, Srikamakshi Madri sute paima, Varade paradevate, Madri sute paima. Shyama Krishna Sodari Gauri, Shyama Krishna Sodari Gauri, Parameshwari Girija, 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 Parameshwari Girija, Parameshwari Girija, Alanilabeni Kiravani Srilalite, Alanilabeni Kiravani Srilalite, Madri sute paima, Varade paradevate, Madri sute paima, paima, So next I will be presenting the Swarajati, the famous Swarajati of Sri Shyama Sastry in the Raga Bhairavi. As I present some of these compositions, I will talk about the impact and the details of what Shyama Sastry has contributed with regards to raga and tada and to the Shastra of Carnatic music. Sri Shyama Sastry, when we talk about Swarajatis, he created a new concept of Swarajatis. His Swarajatis in the Raga, Bhairavi, Yadukula Kambodi and Todi are called Ratnatraya, and they stand as monumental contributions of Sri Shyama Sastry to the Lakshya of Carnatic music. Swarajatis originated as a dance form with Swara, Sahitya and Jatis. Shyama Sastri's Swarajatis are in a category by themselves. He eliminated Jatis from the musical structure and converted them into a refined form. Even though Jatis are absent, there are enormous rhythmic beauties present in these compositions, which, without interfering with the bhava, add a certain richness to these compositions. Shyama Sastry had a preference for Rakti ragas as opposed to scalar ragas. Ragas such as Kalyani, Bhairavi, Todi. These ragas require a deep understanding of the ornamentation of the notes and proportions in order to present them in an effective manner. And Shyama Sastry chose these kind of ragas for his compositions and really explored the depths of these ragas to their core. He brought out the essence of these ragas. He immortalized the raga concept by employing gamaka or ornamentation of notes judiciously with a new mode of approach by taking advantage of the emotional aspect. His Swarajati in Bhairavi is a great example of usage of gamakas in Bhairavi. With the Pallavi itself, there is a rare elongated oscillation of the Daivata. This is a rare usage, and in the composition Kamakshi, the Swarajati, you can notice the multiple approaches to the usage of the Nishada and Madhyama. These are examples of his usage of Gamaka. This composition also displays his mastery over Mishra Chaputada. Shyama Sastry had a certain a preference for this number 7. And this composition shows his total mastery over the Mishra Chaputala. The Mishra Chapu is tak it, tak immi, tak it, tak immi. In the composition, you will notice that there are so many different starting points. One has to be very careful about the aksharas and where the lyrics fall to render this composition. We can see that beautifully he has taken different groupings of swaras of the numbers 3, 5, 7 and 9. So Tishra, Kanda, Mishra and Sankirana varieties of groupings of swaras used in a very effective manner. In the composition, you will notice that each of the charanas will start from the saptaswaras, Sari, Sarigama Pada Nisa. And gradually we can see the building of the emotion in the composer's mind with the increasing pitch of each charana, which culminates in the last charana where he loudly calls out to Devi in the upper octave, Devi, will you not have compassion on me? So, uh, so it's a very beautiful structure, bringing out both the deep raga aspects as well as the intricacies of Mishra Chapu. The melodic structure of this Swarajati, we can see certain similarities to the composition of Pachimiriam Adi Appaya, Viriboni, the Atatala Varna. This shows the close association, the influence of Adi Appaya in Shyama Sastri's style. Another thing to note is the pace of this composition. This is not a composition that one can run. The beauty of Bhairavi can effectively be brought out in this Vilambakala, the slow speed, and also the importance given to the lower octave. You can see in the Pallavi itself, the lower Panchama is touched. And so it shows the importance, Shyama Sastry is showing us the importance of the lower octave, that one cannot just be flying in the upper octaves, but rather has to have that stability of voice to produce the lower octave notes. The beauty is brought out in the Pallavi itself in Kamakshi. So now I'll present the Swarajati, beautiful Swarajati in the Raga Bhairavi. పాతకములను తీర్చి పదభక్తి సంతతమీయవే పావని గదా పరమ పావని గదా మోరవినద పరకేలనం వీనం మకా దాపని దాపమగరి గమ పదవా గమ పమగరి గమ రి గమ గరి గరి నిస గరి సరి దాపమగరి కా ಕಲುಷಹಾರಿಣಿ ಸದಾ ನದ ಫಲದಾಯಕಿಯನಿ ಬಿರುದು ಭುವಿಲೋ ಗಲಿಹಿನ ದೊರೆಯನು ಚುವೆ ದಾಮ ಮೊಗಲಿಡಗವಿನಿಕಾ ನೀರಿ ಸರಿ ನಿರಿ ನೀದ ಪದಮ ವಗಾರಿ ಸರಿ ನಿ ಸರಿ ಗಮ ಮ ಸನಿ ದ ಮಗರಿ ಸನಿ ಧನಿ ಸರಿ ಗಮ ಪಮಗರಿ ನಿ ಸರಿ ಗಮ ಸರಿ ಗಮ ಪದ ಮಗರಿ ಗಮ ಪಮ ಬದನಿ ಬದನಿ ಸರಿ ಗ ಮಗರಿ ಸನಿ ಬಗರಿ ಸನಿ ಗರಿ ಕಾ ನೀ ಪಾವನ ನಿಲಯ ಸುರ ಸಮುದಯ ಕರ ವಿಧೃತ ಕುವಲಯ ಮದನುಜ ಮಾರಣ ಮೃಗೇಂದ್ರಾಚಿತ ಕಲುಷ ದಹನ ಘನ ಅಪರಿಮಿತ ವೈಭವಮುಗಲನಿ ಸ್ಮರಣ ಮದಿಲೋ ದಲಚಿನ ಜನ ದೂಲಕು ಬಹು ಸಂತತಲನಿ ಚೆವಿ ಪುಡುಮಾ ಕಭಯಮಿ ಯಬೇಕಾ ಸಗರಿ ಸರಿ ಸರಿನಿ ದಮ ಪಾದನಿ ದನಿ ಸಾ ಗರಿ ಸರಿ ಸನಿ ರಮ ಮಗ ಗರಿ ಸರಿ ನಿ ಸಾ ರಿ ಗ ಮ ಪ ಗ ಮ ಗ nisa pamava Shyama Krishna Sahodari Shiva Shankari Shyama Krishna Sahodari Shiva Shankari Parameshwari Harihara Dulakuni Mahimalu Ganim Padarama Sutudamma Abhima Namule So, as I had mentioned earlier, Shyama Sastry handled many Rakti ragas, for example, Bhairavi, Kalyani, Saveri. These are mainstream. He also composed in a few rare ragas. Examples of these would be Manji, Chintamani, and Kalgada. For today's presentation, I have chosen from this set the composition in the raga Chintamani. It is said that there are no other compositions in the raga Chintamani. It is a creation of Shyama Sastri's. It is the Janya of Shanmukha Priya. The song that he composed is Devi Brova. This particular composition, we can see Dhatu Swaras. So you can also see Vakra Swara Prayogas. And a little bit of background about the composition. There was a scholar that had come from north, Bobbili Keshavaya, and he had challenged many scholars in the royal courts, and he had won. So he had come to Tanjavur, and the local scholars were getting nervous, and they had a meeting and decided that Shyama Sastry would be the best person to be able to compete with Keshavaya. So this was communicated to Shyama Sastry, and he thought about this. He was never one to seek the limelight or seek the favors of the king, etc. But in order to preserve the prestige of Tanjavur, he consented. While he consented, he still had his own fears, as he knew about the prowess of Keshavaya in the way that he had competed with the so many other court musicians and how he had won. So that evening, during his worship of Kamakshi, he spontaneously sang, Devi Brova Samayamide. Devi, this is indeed the opportune moment to protect me. Come very quickly and show mercy by relieving my distress. So the day of the competition came, and there were rounds back and forth where Keshavaya sang Tanam, Ragam and Tanam in various ragas. And then Shyama Sastry also did the same. And then Shyama Sastry asked Keshavaya, is that it? Is that what you have? And then Shyama Sastry challenged Keshavaya, saying, can you sing music according to how it is written in the Shastras? And in the Shastras it is written that one should not shake one's head while singing Tanam. So he challenged Keshavaya to said, can you sing Tanam without shaking your head? And he was not able to do it. Then later on, there came the time of singing Pallavis, and Keshavaya sang a Ragam Tanam Pallavi. He sang the Pallavi in the set to Simhanandana Tada, which is a cycle of 120 beats, which is, such a feat in itself. And then Shyama Sastry was able to replicate this on the spot. And then Shyama Sastry sang his own Pallavi in his own tada of his own composition called Sharabanandana Tada, which is 79 beats per cycle, if you can imagine. And he was able to defeat Keshavaya. So that is the background of this composition, Devi Brova Samayamide. Devi Brova Samayamide Ati Vegamevati Devi Brova Samayamide Ati Shankari Kamakshi Devi Brovasamayamide Loka Janani Napai Dayaleda Nida Sudugada Loka Janani Napai Dayaleda Nida Sudugada Shrikanchi Viharini Kalyani Ekamreshwaruni Priya Bhamayi Yunani Ekamreshwaruni Priya Bhamayi Yunani Kemamma Yento Bharama Vinuma Talli Kemamma Yento Bharama Vinuma Talli Devi Brovasamayamide Ati Vegame Vachidevi Brovasamayamide Shyama Krishnuni Sodari Kumari Bimbadhari Gauri Shyama Krishnuni Sodari Kumari Bimbadhari Gauri Hemapangi Lalite Paradevate Kamakshi Ninu Vena Bhumilo Premato Kamakshi Ninu Vena Bhumilo Premato Kapadevarum Naram Mananu Kapadevarum Naram Mananu Devi Brovasamayamide Ati Vegame Vachinavetaludinchi Karunyam Chave Shankare Kamakshi Devi Brovasamayamide So there is the next composition that I will be presenting is Nannu Brovu Lalita in the Raga Lalita. So as mentioned earlier, Shyama Sastry was known for his innovations in Tala. One of his favorite talas was Mishra Chapu. So typically Mishra Chapu is takkita, takka, himi. So the pattern is typically 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. But Shyama Sastry had a conception of starting with the twos, and then so he flipped the conception of the tala. It's not a different tala, but it's a different approach to Mishra Chapu. It is called Viloma Chapu. So instead of takkita, takka, dimi, the flow is going as takka, dimi, takkita, takka, dimi, takkita. So Nannu Brovu Lalita is an example of Viloma Chapu, and we can see different starting points in the composition, a diversity of starting places, with the structure being the Viloma Chapu. This is another one of the compositions of Shyama Sastry where the Raga Mudra is present in the composition. Kamakshi in Bhairavi is another one that I presented. Here the Raga Lalita is present in the Sahitya in the name Lalita. The Raga itself is Lalitya Purna. So it is very emotional, very beautiful, full of Jaru Gamakas, the glides, which bring out the softness of the emotion of Shyama Sastry as he converses with the Divine Mother. So I'll present Nannu Brovu Lalita. Nannu Brovu Lalita, Nannu Brovu Lalita, Vegame Nannu Brovu Lalita. నిన్ను వినా ఎవరున్నారు గతి జనని నిన్ను వినా ఎవరున్నారు గతి జనని నిన్ను వినా ఎవరున్నారు గతి జనని అతి వేగమే వచ్చినము అతి వేగమే వచ్చినము బ్రోవు లలిత వేగమే చాలే నిన్ను భక్త కపలతి బ్రోవు లలిత సుమేరు మధ్య నిలయే శ్యామ కృష్ణుని సోదరి కౌమారి సుమేరు మధ్య నిలయే శ్యామ కృష్ణుని సోదరి కౌమారి ఉమాశ్రీ మీనాక్షం శంకరి ఉమాశ్రీ మీనాక్షం శంకరి ఓ మహారాణి రక్షింప సమయమిదే ఓ మహారాణి రక్షింప సమయమిదే నన్ను బ్రోవు లలిత వేగమే చాలే నిన్ను So I would like to conclude my presentation with just a few points that stuck out as I delved into the compositions of Sri Shyama Sastry. As students of music, he shows us in the present day age, we're all about getting things fast, and it takes a certain level of maturity to sing these compositions. He shows us that music is not all about speed, that there is a depth to be explored in the Vilambakala, and a certain beauty that can be experienced in that slower speed. The other point that is truly wonderful is that we tend to think that if you are a mathematical, if you are good at math, that means that you necessarily are going to interfere with the emotion of the music. If you are doing all kinds of adding tadiginatom, all these different combinations, that you will be interfering with the raga, and what is this person doing all these calculations. But a person of the order of Sri Shyama Sastry, he brought out such intricacies in Laya that are ingrained in the composition, that are natural, that rather enhance the composition and add to the bhava, which is something that we should really observe in his compositions. They do not interfere with the bhava as he communicates with his mother. So always the bhava of the child approaching his mother is there, and I think those are some of the important points that I see in Sri Shyama Sastri's compositions. Thank you.
Thank you, Kailas. It's very, very enjoyable talk, and I am, sort of amazed by, both your scholarship of music and knowledge of the theory, and I think you brought a very, comprehensive perspective about life, works of Shyama Sastry, and I was just having a list of songs I wanted to hear. Shyama Sastry, you covered all of them, so thank you for that. And like you were saying, the grace and the gravitas, or this sort of ability of Shyama Sastry to compose kirtana that just, water drips down your eyes every time you hear every song, because so much bhakti and simple language also, which is, there's no any complicated language. It's a very simple language, very accessible to everybody, and glorifying Devi. I think you have done a really good justice, and your voice especially. I think, I don't know if you're a big fan of Balamurali Krishna, but I could feel the kind of flavor of how you render the songs, like very elegantly. Just reminding me, maybe you are a big fan of him, but just wonderfully rendered composition. So yeah, thank you so much for. And so we're looking forward to Tyagaraja, I suppose, for your next talk. You're coming one by one. So, and we hope you can continue to do other composers who are your favorites going forward also. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity.
So we have, other reflections. Anuradha, Srimati Preeti, are you there?
Anuradha is not there, and now before we conclude, we'll just ask Charanji, who is quite different from this Carnatic music and South Indian music, who has spared so much time in spite of so many engagements. So I just want him to speak a few words on Shyama Sastry, a South Indian.
And Yadugiri auntie also is there. So maybe she can also talk if she's able to.
Now, thank you, Dr. Prabhakar. Wonderful, Dr. Kailash. That was a pleasure to really sit and I had the mic on mute and I was singing along with you. I was so so enjoyable. So thank you very much for that. I think a couple things which came up to my mind while I was taking notes, and we call this lecture and demonstration. You were teaching us, and you were also conducting the composition. So thank you. I think you mentioned about the devotion as the key element, uh, and and uh, and child crying towards the mother, obviously goddess Meenakshi in Madurai, and I have been to those temples, and what a marvelous experience. I was thinking of those temples, visualizing while you were really educating us. It was good to understand Dr. Shyama Shastri's preference for number 7, and I made note of that. I was looking at how you were describing. So thank you for that. And the last thing I would mention, which I really again learned, is how Dr. Shyama Shastri, in fact, brought out the excellence of the lower octaves as well. And that to me was very educational, and that's what really brought me in and literally as an audience on my own, joining and singing along with you. So we appreciate that. Thank you very much, Dr. Kailash.
Yes. In Nada Veda Adhyayana Kendra, we used to celebrate Aradhanas. So Tyagaraja Aradhana, Muthuswami Dikshitar Aradhana, and Shyama Sastry Aradhana. So this happened to be April, where Shyama Sastry Aradhana could be taken place also. In our Kendra, we used to do it. And I remember now Kailas is doing wonderful job in April only, trying to recapitulate and sing the compositions of Shyama Sastry, the first of the Trinities. And I think we have today in our Kendra, virtually we could do Shyama Sastry Aradhana, and we invoke the blessings of Shyama Sastry Garu, and also the Devi Bangaru Kamakshi and Meenakshi and Visalakshi and all these Achi Devatas who are very famous. That is, Achi is the only opening for goddess to cast her glances any distance. That's why Dirghachi, Visalakshi, Kamakshi, Meenakshi, and all these Achis is a specific one where we invoke the Drishti, Karuna Drishti of Devi. And so we have a very nice time. Thank you very much that you are able to show out that science also is involved, because mathematics and science does not come into science, music always, because music is independent and science is independent. But if we are able to mix science and music, it will be a wonderful combination. Because my wife, Dr. Sita Ramalakshmi, always he will be telling chemistry in music, physics in music, psychology in music, and so on. So all these humanities and the sciences could be clubbed into the world of music. So music thereby will be a wonderful subject of like, subject of enjoyment, subject of emancipation. Because the composer and the singer not only goes to heaven, also he will take all the minds of the audience also to the heaven. So that's a wonderful influence. So just like Appaya, the Guru's influence is there, Balamurali's influence is there, and so on. So after all, music is internet program. Everybody is very much connected with the other. So beautiful it is, and we are very much thankful, Kairas. And next month we'll have another program on Tyagaraja, this MD Ramanathan, the same third Sunday, and his son is there in Memphis. So MD Ramanathan is a contemporary wonderful musician. We'll be having something about him. So with all these words, is there Purni now? Purni or anybody to thank?
Yadigiri madam is there.
Oh, then ask her to.
Are you able to talk, madam? Maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, she's not able to talk.
So Purni is there, Purni or anyone else is there?
So we can ask Shivlingaya Garu to finish the prayers.
Suman is there? No, Suman also is not there. Okay.
Yeah, Shivlingaya Garu, please give the shanti.
Okay, then we will have a conclusion and Shanti Mantra Mangala Charanam, because today we take it as a Shyama Sastry Aradhana, and we all invoke the blessings of all of them, all musicians, and for next successful programs like this. Thanks to Charanji and Prasad, who is also a musician, flutist, and mridangist, etc. And he has made some comments too. And a group, good group. Now, Mangala Charanam and Shanti Mantram by Sivalingaya, who is our Vedic student from Bangalore.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hariye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Krishnaya Yadavendraya Jnanamudraya Yogine Nataya Rukmineshaya Namo Vedanta Vedine Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanooramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnan Vande Jagadgurum Om Shanti 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahavidyankaravavahe Tejasvinavadhitamaस्तमाविद्विषावहे Om Shanti 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 Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyanta Markaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Satam Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu Shri Vasudevarpanamastu Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadostu Om Shri Matru Charanaravindarpanamastu Om Tat Sat Hari Om Namaste. Namaste Allah.